This video is to present 3 opportunities for sellers in 2023. Hey everyone, this is Zaid Hanna with the Hanna Group here at Real Estate 38. And this video is made for our sellers. If you're thinking about selling, if you have concerns about, hey, is this the right market for me to jump into? I really want to give you 3 points to kind of get you thinking about, hey, is this the right time? What's happening? What happened in 2022? And what will happen in 2023 if you are thinking about selling? So let's start with do not have FOMO. Well, what does that mean? Back in 2021 and 2022, we started to see a lot of sellers. They said, well, my neighbor over there got, I'm just going to make up the number, 1.6 for the home. Well, I have 200 square feet larger. Can I get 1.7 or 1.8? And the answer was yes. In fact, we had a joke and said the seller will be right in time because the market was constantly going up. So if they were over asking for their home, they got it in a month or two. But let's step back and say, okay, don't price your home to March of 2022. So that was when you hit the market with that 1.7 or 1.8 or 2.5, doesn't matter what neighborhood you're in, but just be sure not to price the home back to March's pricing. Now I'm sharing this graph with you to show you that the peak ended up being March listing, April selling, and we started to drop right after that. We saw a little bit of lull between April and May, but we really started to see about 3 to 4% drop per month until we ended the year here in 2022 to 2023. So now as I'm recording this video, the first week of 23, pay attention to the numbers, and it depends on which neighborhood you're in. Of course, this is generally speaking about San Jose. You started to see about 20 to 25% drop in pricing in comparison to last March or April. So do meet with an expert so we can strategize based on the pricing. This is actually a great segue into point number 2. Be more reliant on your realtor. This is no longer the market that you just put a sign in the front, hire a realtor from 300 miles away, and because you really don't need them, because the market will sell your home anyway. So you have to step back. You have to look at pricing. You have to prepare the market. You have to stage it. You have to price it correctly, and also maybe do some of the upgrades, whether updating the bathrooms or simply changing the carpets, and having the right marketing program, the pre-launch program, so it can see as many people as possible, and of course having the right agent to negotiate for the top dollar. So we're averaging just about 2 to 3% higher than what the average realtor does in the market, and there's actually a great strategy of what we do for our sellers. So be sure, whether it's me or somebody else, that you sit in front of a realtor that knows the market, that does work with sellers in preparing your home to put it properly and launch it properly in the market to get as many eyeballs as possible to get through the door. Now, pricing for home is actually solid. I think 2023 is going to be a foundational year. Now, historically, what we see, inventory drops. January 2nd is the floor, July 15th is the peak of the inventory, and that W or M-shaped curve, in this case M-shaped curve, will show itself every year. It's always done that. We see the lowest of the inventory. So what does that mean for you as a seller? That means you have less competition. So if there are 10 homes in San Jose versus 100 homes in San Jose, guess what? With buyers, we'll have more options with 100 homes. So yes, the prices tend to retract. So historically, the first 6 months, our sellers have not more money than the latter 6 months. So from July onwards to about December. And I think this year will be similar to that. I think if we go back to this graph, if we see here that if this is 2019, I think 2023 will resemble 2019. I think we're going to see more inventory coming in the summertime. I think a lot of the sellers that were sellers, but they weren't realistic with their pricing in 2022, they will place their house on the market in 23. So we'll have an increased amount of inventory for you as a seller to compete against. So if you're really thinking about hitting the market, these are 3 pointers for you to think about. And do consult with a realtor, even though if you're 1, 2, 3, or even 6 months ahead, so we can guide you through this process. So you could reach out 408-515-1613, and I'll be happy to guide you through this process. Bye-bye now.